The Fool. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite cards because it's literally starting from scratch. Almost like a rebirth or like wiping the slate clean with only the best energies left. Strength, Four of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of the deck, you get the Eight of Cups. This is difficult. Oof. So like I said, the Fool's my favorite card because you really are starting from scratch. You're wiping the slate clean. Everything is great. Everything's amazing. This new beginning is not going to be easy though. Usually the Fool is accompanied with much more positive energies, much lighter energies. Not this time. Not this time. You're going to be able to start over. You're going to be able to wipe the slate clean, but it's going to be a learning process for you because you and your person are still attached to each other. Right? Your person hasn't let you go. You haven't let them go. You guys are still connected and attached. And so even though you're essentially like starting over, which again, I'll see in a minute if that means, no, it's not with your person. Because I do see you kind of like detaching here. Because remember, you get the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Even though you're like starting over and wiping the slate clean, and again, kind of like new you type of energy, it's going to be hard because there's a part of your person which is still holding on to you. So it's almost like you're trying to drive, I don't know, this is silly, but let's say you're in Los Angeles and you're trying to drive up north to like Washington. Part of you is still tethered and being held down to San Diego, right? So you can drive, but there's like this little force that's like pulling you back. Energetically, that's what this is. It's like your person and the connection with your person and the fact that you guys are still attached is almost kind of like not delaying this, but it's making it harder for you to progress and start over and wipe the slate clean. You'll be able to, it's just going to be baby steps here with the Page of Pentacles. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to take you a while to get to this place of true emotional detachment, which is basically what you need in order to completely wipe the slate clean. We'll see why this is so difficult though. Like I'll clarify all this in the extended. I want to see what the hardship is about. I want to see why you and your person are still attached and connected, even though I don't feel like you guys are together. And why the baby steps? Why the baby steps? Welcome to the extended. There's an energy here of you starting over and wiping the slate clean. And it's a really, really beautiful, positive energy. But it's going to be an uphill battle. This is going to be difficult because you're still attached and connected to your person. And so even though you are making progress and taking steps towards kind of like detaching and disconnecting and starting over and like, you know, new you type of energy, it's baby steps because you and your person are still connected. You're still attached. And that's kind of making this whole process a lot more difficult for you. So first of all, let's see why the Strength is showing up here. Why is this so difficult? King of Cups, the Strength again, and the World. Yep, bottom of the deck, you get the Moon. So this connection ended, okay? And you're showing me it's difficult for me to accept this ending, even though on some level you do realize that this is over, right? Not just because you guys broke up. You're also showing me like, I feel like there's a cycle which is closing out here. I feel like the dynamic that we were in, you know, who I was, who my person was, and the dynamic that we created together, it just wasn't aligned for me anymore. Like it wasn't working, and that's why this connection ended. So you understand that on some level. However, there's another part of you which is like, I'm having a really hard time accepting this ending because I still love my person. Okay, I still love you. How could this be over? How could this connection actually be done if I still have